Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tyrone back with Tech Life. And in today's video, I wanted to give you guys my thoughts and opinions on the most frequently asked question in the wireless industry. Should you switch to Verizon's unlimited plan? Just before we get started, this video might take a little longer, and I'll try to make it as short as possible. So in my opinion, I'm going to say if you have service issues in an area that you frequently travel to, maybe visit your relatives or even maybe at work, then yes, why not? It's reasonably priced, it's unlimited, so yeah, why not? But where Verizon's network is going to slow down here, I want to say in the next 3 to 6 months, is the people that are switching just because Verizon's offering unlimited. They're probably coming from T-Mobile, and even if T-Mobile has great service in the area, great speeds, might even be faster than Verizon in that area, but just because Verizon's offering unlimited, they now want to switch over a family of 5. So I've seen that in many cases already. I've been reading forums, and that's essentially what's going to cause the network to slow down on Verizon. It's those customers that are switching over. So, and as you can see here on the spectrum chart, Verizon is not all that great on their spectrum position because they have 139 million customers and growing. So, short-term fix, Verizon hasn't used a lot of that LTE spectrum yet in their network, but I want to say by June, July of this year, more of it will be used because that's the short-term fix, because it takes a lot longer to roll out macro sites and small cells. So I want to say by around that time, they will be at about 80% of LTE used. So, and this chart will change, I want to say, in about 6 to 8 weeks, because the 600 megahertz auction is now done and that spectrum is now being spread out. And between 6 to 8 weeks, we'll see who won what and in what markets. So this chart will change. So AT&T, Verizon, and T-Mobile will gain additional spectrum from that spectrum auction, and Verizon's already set in a statement that spectrum strictly for capacity. So they definitely had a very strategic plan, and they've been talking about rolling out unlimited for quite some time now. So definitely recommended if you have service issues, but just switching because Verizon's offering unlimited is probably not the best solution, because you're going to go on to a network that might be slower than what you were on prior. Because right now, I've already looked into it. There's no official numbers, but the port in numbers are ridiculous. It's like 4.2 compared to the industry. So 4 people are going to Verizon and nobody's going to the other competitor. So that's a crazy number, and that's just for Q1. So, and also it will actually make the other networks faster. So if there's a lot of people that are leaving T-Mobile to go to Verizon, then T-Mobile's network is going to actually benefit from it. It's actually going to go faster until Verizon can add more small cells and add more macro sites. And I'm sure in most of these cities, they are well prepared for it. I've heard Milwaukee, Chicago, they have small cells added almost every half a mile. So in those cases, Verizon's well prepared for the network growth. But in areas where they don't have that dense grid yet, it can slow down the network quite a bit. Because as most of you know, growth happens faster than network enhancements. Because if you switch, you're on Verizon's network within the hour. You go, hey, I'm from T-Mobile, boom, boom, trade in phones, boom, you're on the network. And network enhancements, they take time. And so I think most of you guys have already commented it. So I think Verizon's network will take a hit within the next 3 to 6 months, maybe even sooner, depending on, and a lot of factors play into it as well. Market share. If Verizon's dominating your area with market share and they're growing on top of that, then you can probably expect a big slowdown. But in other areas where there's an even market share between T-Mobile, AT&T, Verizon, and Sprint, you probably won't even notice it on the speed side unless you're actually running speed tests and you know what that area used to get. But other than that, you probably won't notice it. Next, here are some of the I reported this already in another video. I just wanted to bring it up again as far as Verizon being reasonably priced. So yes, T-Mobile does offer a few more perks as far as data on an airplane. You can text and, you know, look up your apps and stuff like that. They have the better package as far as overall traveling throughout the world. But other than that, they're pretty much even. You know, the hotspots, the unlimited, except T-Mobile has taxes and fees included in their pricing, and they're cheaper, and Verizon is a little bit more expensive, and they add the taxes and fees to the plan. But you pay a few more dollars, you get a better network. That's what a lot of people are looking at, and that's why they're ready to switch. But once again, I recommend only switching if you have bad service in your area. And next, here's the comparison between all carriers. Sprint is the cheapest, but Verizon, as you can see, is very reasonably priced. So, I mean, I guess you guys can switch now, because a lot of people in the past have been wanting Verizon to offer unlimited after they stopped it. And they always said, oh, once Verizon's offers unlimited, I'm gonna get all that money back that I spent by going onto the network and abusing the hell out of it. And that's essentially also what's going to hurt us too, is the people that abuse the network. They find ways around the unlimited on the hotspot side, and they use 400 or 500 gigs a month and 600 gigs, and some of them are even talking about cutting off their Wi-Fi at home. Those are the people essentially that are going to hurt the policies and rules and make the carriers change them to where, you know, now we have an actual throttle instead of a deprioritization. So definitely just wanted to put this video out for you guys. Maybe this helps your decision. If, like I said, right now across most cities and markets, carriers are pretty much even. There are still differences, like Verizon is probably better indoors because of their building penetration is much better than, let's say, Sprint or T-Mobile. But if you know that you have really good service, I wouldn't switch. I don't see the reason why to go through all that mess with the switching and the credits and all that stuff. I would only do it like my situation. I don't have service at work with T-Mobile. The closest tower is too far away and it doesn't reach. And Verizon has a tower across the street. So I went with Verizon. It was the smart thing to do. But if T-Mobile would have had that tower across the street, I probably wouldn't have switched to Verizon, even though they're offering unlimited. Wouldn't need to. I would actually have a better rate plan, and I would have service at work, and T-Mobile is very good in the city. So just wanted to share my thoughts and opinion with you guys. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think, or maybe you even know a couple of people that are just switching just because Verizon is offering unlimited? I've even seen some people write, as I mentioned earlier, hey, you know, I have a grudge against Verizon. They charged me $300 a bill when I was with them in 2011. So now I'm going to go on their unlimited plan and I'm going to abuse the shit out of it. I'm going to use 2 terabytes a month, you know. Let me know if you've heard some of those people. I've seen some of those people comment in the forums, and I'm like, oh man, you're gonna kill it for us. So definitely give these videos a thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe. This is Tyrone with Tech Life, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.